Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's pick a card reading is all about what's brewing behind the scenes. Take a moment to settle in, breathe deeply, center yourself, and tune into your intuition. Today I have 3 piles from you to choose from. From left to right we have pile 1, 2, and then 3. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, there may be messages for you in both. You'll find the timestamps in the description below. Take your time, and when you're ready, jump into your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's jump right into it. Something's been paused, not out of stagnation, but out of timing. There's a delay that isn't accidental. It feels like you've been circling the same idea, the same desire, maybe even the same outcome, and nothing's quite landed yet. But here's the truth. It's not because it's not meant for you. It's because there's something still aligning beneath the surface that hasn't clicked into place. Time is playing a role here, but it's not wasting yours. What's brewing is quietly building, preparing to shift, but only once the foundation is ready to hold it. There's been imbalance emotionally, energetically, maybe even financially. You've been stretched too thin, asked to hold up too much, or forced to keep things in motion without enough support. Behind the scenes, something is being unraveled so that you're not asked to carry what was never yours. That tipping point you've been feeling, it's being acknowledged. The juggling act is being seen for what it really is, unsustainable. You won't have to keep doing this much longer. That decision that you haven't been able to make, or the one somebody else has been avoiding, it's approaching resolution, quietly but steadily. You've been holding on to inspiration, trying to spark something, but the fire hasn't caught. That's not failure, that's timing. Creative or passionate energy has been blocked, and it's not because the idea was wrong. It's because the space wasn't right. The spark will return, but not in the form you expected. What's being rearranged behind the scenes is the container, the context, so that when the momentum finally comes, it has somewhere meaningful to go. This isn't about hype, this is about substance. The delay is protecting the integrity of the vision. There's also external noise, conflict, tension, or misaligned expectations. They've been louder than they need to be. And while it might look like things are chaotic on the surface, that chaos is actually part of the clearing. Behind the scenes, dynamics are shifting. Certain people or situations are being stirred up because they can't move forward with you. What you're feeling isn't just resistance, it's a friction point that's being flushed out. The tension is a necessary part of the sorting process. It's pressure that separates what stays from what goes, and it's temporary. What emerges from all of this is strength. Independence. You're being shifted into a position where you don't have to prove yourself, explain yourself, or compromise anymore. The waiting, the imbalance, the creative silence, it all leads to a space where you are fully in your power. What's developing behind the curtain is an opportunity for you to step forward with both stability and confidence. The kind of success that doesn't beg to be noticed, it is noticed. You're becoming untouchable in the best way. What's brewing is self-sufficiency, confidence, and quiet mastery, the kind that doesn't just speak, it echoes. So while it may seem like nothing is moving, everything is moving, just not in a way that needs your control. This isn't the pause before failure, this is the pause before alignment. And that's what I'm feeling for this pile. If anything resonated with you, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's jump right into it. There's a restlessness in the energy here, a quiet ache that's been growing over time. It's the kind of dissatisfaction that doesn't shout, but hums just loud enough to keep you from feeling settled. You've been feeling the gap between where you are and where you know you're meant to be. And while it might look like nothing is happening, beneath the surface, things are moving in ways that are about to pull you out of this limbo. What's brewing is movement. But not just physical or situational change. This is expansion on a soul level. You're being redirected, not because you're lost, but because the current space you're in is too small for what's coming next. There's a decision being clarified, one that opens up a broader horizon. Behind the scenes, options are forming, and a path is beginning to show itself. But what's key here is that this isn't about rushing. This is strategic. You're being positioned to see beyond the current limitations, to start envisioning the next step from a place of power rather than pressure. And even if you don't see the full picture yet, trust that it's coming into view. The waiting isn't empty, it's part of the preparation to shift your point of view from survival to long-term vision. The pressure to defend yourself, to constantly prove your worth, is also fading out. You've been in environments or mindsets where you had to stay guarded, where it felt like anything you tried to grow had to be fought for. That tension is losing its grip. What's unfolding behind the curtain is softening. Not because you're giving up, but because you're stepping into a space where you don't have to be on edge. You're not being asked to keep your guard up anymore. The energy around you is shifting from resistance to receptivity. You're not losing your strength, you're finally getting a break from the exhausting need to constantly defend it. There's deep transformation underway, the kind of shift that doesn't just rearrange your outer life, it reshapes your inner landscape. Something is being let go of, completely and finally. And it's not an ending you have to chase, it's one that's happening organically. What's dying out now is something that once served you but has finished its role in your growth. This is quiet closure, the kind that doesn't always announce itself, but leaves space in its wake. And into that space comes something far more aligned, more sustainable. It's not flashy, but it's real. What's arriving next is consistent, grounded, and intentional. There's someone or something in the background slowly making its way towards you, a person, opportunity, or offer that is built to last. You won't have to question its integrity because it moves with care. This isn't energy that comes in and burns out. It's slow, yes, but it's purposeful. What's brewing is a shift from craving something different to actually receiving something better. And even though it might feel like it's taking forever, the momentum is building. You're not just being led to a new vision, you're being aligned with the tools to support and live it. The expansion you've been waiting for is not abstract. It's approaching step by step, and with it comes clarity, endurance, and a future that looks nothing like the space you're leaving behind. And that's what I'm feeling for this pile. If anything resonated with you, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's jump right into it. There's a major shift unfolding beneath the surface, and it's not subtle. Even if everything around you seems still, your life is being restructured from the inside out. The transformation brewing behind the scenes isn't just circumstantial, it's deeply personal. You're in the midst of stepping into a completely different version of yourself, and what's arriving soon will confirm that. The space between where you are and where you're going is narrowing. You're not waiting for a change anymore, you are the change, and the external wound is about to catch up. There's expansion taking form, a widening of your reach, your vision, and your opportunities. You've been calling something in, whether consciously or not, and it's getting closer. What's been on the horizon is no longer a distant possibility, it's on its way towards you. There's a forward motion building that brings progress, and this isn't just about what you want, it's about what you're now ready to hold. There's alignment coming that places you exactly where you need to be, and while it hasn't arrived just yet, you'll feel the momentum in your bones before you see the outcome. The pace picks up soon. But there's also something deeper being exposed, a disconnection from your own nourishment. You've been overextending, under-prioritizing your own needs, and trying to hold everything together for others. Behind the scenes, that pattern is crumbling. What's dissolving is the version of you that believed you had to constantly give to be valuable. The imbalance in your life isn't being ignored by the universe, it's being corrected. And the shift may come through a situation that temporarily removes your ability to provide in the ways that you're used to. It's not punishment, it's realignment. You're being brought back to center, to self, to sovereignty. There's also been inconsistency, perhaps from others, perhaps from within, that's been draining your drive. You've had bursts of energy, passion, or momentum, only to watch it fizzle out or face obstacles that blocked your follow-through. That cycle is ending. The fire is still there, but what's shifting is your ability to sustain it. What's brewing is structure around your passion, direction around your energy. The stop-start dynamic is losing its hold. You're no longer meant to chase quick wins or surface-level connections. What's being built now is long-lasting, and you're learning how to pace yourself towards something real. A massive realization is coming, something clicks. A truth breaks through that changes the way you see everything, and it doesn't feel harsh, it feels liberating. This isn't about getting answers from others, it's about finally listening to the clarity that's been rising from within. It's the moment where the noise quiets and the path sharpens. What's arriving is a deep inner certainty, the kind that clears away confusion and replaces it with conviction. You'll know what to do next, not because somebody tells you, but because your intuition will ring like a bell. This clarity brings movement, and it brings decisions. And with that clarity comes healing. Something that once hurt deeply, a loss, a betrayal, or a disappointment, is losing its grip. You're no longer walking around it, you're moving through it. This isn't bypassing, this is release. The wound doesn't define you anymore. What's been silently sharpening your choices out of pain is being gently lifted. Behind the scenes, your heart is being rewired to make space for joy that isn't conditional on the past. The pain taught you, but it doesn't get to lead you anymore. What's brewing is not just change, it's evolution. It's the ending of an old emotional contract and the start of a life that finally reflects how far you've come. Quietly, powerfully, and without apology, you're becoming someone new. And that's what I'm feeling for this pile. If anything resonated with you, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.